Hi there, y'all. This is Life Prepper here. First Sergeant Fluffy asked me, what would I do? What do I do for self-defense? Or what would I do in self-defense? Many people you hear them talking about guns. There's nothing wrong with the guns, but they got 300 of them. Many of them collect them, and that's fine. But if you run out of ammunition, you're out of ammunition, bottom line. So that is always an option to have is your guns. And to think about how to carry your wet shells and all of this other stuff is a option you have to think of. But for me, it's DIY more than anything. DIY is basically an shtf event or a WROL event. Is using what's laying around. During the day, you will have less people to have to deal with as a general rule. But you still got to be cautious when you go. Not everybody's going to have a gun in their hand. And if they do have guns, once the bullets are used up, the gun's basically useless except for maybe a club. Bottom line. Knives is going to be a weapon. Bows are going to be a weapon. It's something you have to remember in a situation. Trash is going to be laying everywhere. So it's being creative, being DIY, thinking outside the box. For nighttime is when usually it's the most dangerous. That's when you have to huddle down. You have to take shelter. You have to protect yourself because the simple fact is that is when many of the night predators will come out and attack you in the dark and in things in that area. But still, you have to look at both times. One of the options that I choose to consider is broken glass. Broken glass I will lay around my window. On the floor. I will also lay it up along the window edge. Another thing is laying it along the hallway or the entrance of my area. It's something that you will look at in broken. Also in broken glass, say the power's out. Many of us have ceiling fans or we have lights or whatever you can rig up. Taking fishing line and tying pieces of glass to it and having it hanging. When people comes into the place, you've already got several pieces of glass hanging in, and it's going to do damage to their face. It's going to hinder them. It may cut their hands. It may even cut, the blood could run down in their eyes. I'm not saying it'll stop them. I'm saying it will slow them down and give you a fighting chance. This is one thing. Another thing is wooden boards with nails drive through it and placing it along the different areas of your place as a safety caution. Another thing is fishing line. Fishing line, a very stout fishing line, even a thin, lightweight one will help work in lining the doorway up with it. Your hallway, you can fix your fishing line in a trip situation. And when they trip, you have it fixed where they can easily fall on nails, a board or glass or whatever. Placing marbles in the area so they can lose foot and has another vantage point as well. Taking a chair, I'm not talking about the kind of chair I'm sitting in. I'm talking about the four-legged chair, the basic style kitchen chair with the four legs. Flipping it over, placing knives on each end of the leg, taping it up, and placing it in a position so when they come in, you can create a tripwire from that and they can trip and land on this here as well. I'm not saying it'll stop them. I'm saying it will deter them in that situation. Another thing is creating armor for your own body protection as well. Learning how to do that when you're going out. You have to decide on what you're going to do to reduce the chance of getting yourself hurt in a DIY situation for it in a SHTH event. And it all depends upon a lot of different things. It could be due to an outbreak. It could be due to war. It could be due to no power, solar eclipse, Earth, Mother Nature getting mad, says I've had enough. It could be to any number of reasons. So you need to learn to use trash, what's laid around, what's left in the places, to your advantage. That is where I will be heading to as a back to basics prepper, I will use things in that area to help. For me, finding a leather belt and putting nails through it and shortening it up and fixing it as a collar around my neck to help protect my neck is something to make for myself. Animals will be out there. They will attack for your neck. That will help maybe reduce the chance of me getting torn apart. Also, it can help save me in that situation. Learning how to make my own defense things, make shoulder pads or things, and put nails through them or put wire through them or put whatever I need to put on them to help protect me. Football shoulder pads is going to give me that protection. So you're going to have to look at what you find laying around and make it. The endless thing is thinking outside the box, and the endless possibilities of what you make to help you survive can make a big difference on it. It's the same thing. You can use the belt, put it around your head. You can put the nails on the outside, wear it around your head to also help protect you in a situation. You can turn around and make a metal-like collar with a material wrapped around it to help protect you in case of someone coming along with a intent to choke you to death. It's countless things to defend yourself. So yes, I will think outside the box. I will make my things. I will salvage from what I have. I have no problem with taking old cans and placing it up here as a bracelet situation to help protect my wrist, because this here is a very dangerous spot. If this gets ripped off, open, you're going to bleed to death if you can't help yourself. Figuring out how to protect your hands, figuring out how to protect the side of your face. DIY self-protection is something you're going to have to think of. I have helmets. I have motorcycle helmets. So the motorcycle helmets are going to protect all of this. But still, even so, it's still going to give me some kind of limits. It's still going to, give me the protection I need. But still, I'm going to have to think outside the box. The clothes that I'm wearing, I'm going to have to think outside the box on that. If I do take a gun with me, I'm going to have to figure out outside the box on carrying more than just a handful of ammunition. I mean, if it's an automatic, how many clips am I going to carry? Am I going to fix me a harness up and carry 6 or 8 or 10 clips with me so I can change out immediately when I need to? So thinking outside the box and the DIY protection is what I'm looking at for myself. I hope to get more off-grid. I'm trying to raise the money to go more off-grid. I'm trying to raise the money to buy me a place. I don't know when I'll be able to do it, but I'm trying and I'm heading towards that area. As well as in a defense technique is learning more about my herbs and my plants and what I can use to help protect myself in health-wise as well, because that is a self-defense too. If you get sick, or you get hurt, or you get bitten, you have to defend yourself in that area as well. So it's not just all about weapons. It's also about the overall well-being of yourself as well. So you need to think outside that box. So yes, to First Sergeant Fluffy, I will defend myself, and it will be outside the box, and it will be the things I make. People might think I'm a little crazy thinking about hanging broken glass on a fishing line off of a ceiling fan, but it'll make a difference on it. People might think I'm crazy for putting broken glass along the window edge or putting it right there on the floor. And they may think I'm a little crazy for taking pieces of wood and nailing nails right through it and placing it all along. It's just the same as mouse traps. You can do mouse traps, and that will alert you when you hear a mouse trap go off. So there is going to be stuff laying all around the places. I mean, it's just going to be laying everywhere. When the craziness goes, everybody's going to head to the stores. They're going to grab the food. They're going to grab whatever. And the very ones that you thought maybe ones you could count on, you cannot count on sometimes. The ones that you know has always got their hand out, you don't know. They may be the ones that'll stand by you and help you. You do not know in that situation. So you have to learn to defend yourself, to protect yourself, because an act of kindness in the past before an shtf can very easily change. People will change, and they will do what they can to survive. And in many cases, if it means killing someone else to get what they want, they will do it. So yes, I am going to think outside the DIY deal. I want to think outside the box. I'm going to make my own traps. I'm going to use fishing line. I'm going to use broken glass. I will use boards with nails. I will use mouse traps if I can get a hold of mouse traps. I will use things to make my own outfits to help protect myself, my neck, my arms, my shoulders, my knees. I will do what I can to protect myself to deter injuries in it, but you still got to be able to move around and do things you need to move in a situation. So, yes, I am going to defend myself with this, with the ability to think outside the box. I'm not going to be just sitting there holding me a gun and counting on the ammunition and counting on getting more ammunition. That is not going to be my sole benefit thing. I am going to count on this here to help create and make my things to defend myself in a SHTF event. So what are some of the ideas you might have? You know, ducks make noise. If you live in a country, ducks are the best alarm there is. So there, you can think about all that as well. What would you do in an SHTF event? Would you create traps? Would you traps? I have traps that I bought. They got to be boiled. They got to be a type of solution put on them to protect them. They don't kill you, but they will slow a person down if they get trapped in it. As soon as you hear that thing go snap, you know somebody's around. So there's countless things to do. You could, make itching powder. Itching powder works wonders if they turn around and trip on a trap and that itching powder falls down on them. It's going to drive them nuts. There is so many DIY projects out there that you can use to defend yourself in a situation. And I am going to make my DIY projects to defend myself in an SHTF event or a WROL event. So this is Life Prepper here and saying a shout out to First Sergeant Fluffy and to all those good folks out there who are wondering how they're going to make it from one day to the next. Be safe, be happy, bless you all.